I'm back. We're in ovulation phase. I feel like I look like I'm in ovulation phase. So I'm just coming back from the studio. I recorded an episode for my podcast, It Takes a Village. And I had a moment today where I just felt so in my zone. And it was different in a lot of ways because I think a lot of times when I'm podcasting, like sometimes my mind, especially in the very beginning, especially like season 1, season 2, my mind would be like, well, what is my next question going to be? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? Da, da, da. And I had this really good morning this morning. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you how it went. So I started the morning with opening my computer, looking at the notes of what it is that I wanted to talk about. And then I created questions around those notes. And then I practiced those questions. And I also practiced the bio intro for the guest. And when I used to do the Today Show, and I would go on when Hoda and Jenna were there. Jenna's still there, and now there is a new host. But anyways, it was a couple years ago. I would always prepare, and I would go over my segment many, many, many times. One of the things that I hadn't done with my podcast was I wasn't really rehearsing my questions because I really wanted my questions to feel like they were in the moment. We were having a conversation rather than this like really strict, I want it to go this way, I want it to go that way. But what I realized is practicing the questions actually helped me go a little bit more off script. So I knew what the arc of the story was going to be. I knew where I was going to start and I knew where I was going to end. So I wanted to start with, just for anybody who's interested in podcasting, I wanted to start with who she was in relation to that company, why she went to work at that company, what exactly it is that she does. And then I wanted to go into the company story as a whole, why they are different. I interview a lot of founders, or I interview a lot of high-level professionals and sometimes they come with their publicist. And the publicist came, and who I'm friends with, actually. She's the person who we've known each other for a while. She's worked somewhere else before this. And she was like, I was like, hey, do you have anything to add? And she was like, no, it was great. You don't have anything to add. It was perfect. We nailed it. And I was like, it's amazing. So it just made me think, like, these are really interesting moments for me because as a makeup artist, I have been backstage at every big show. Backstage at Colbert, backstage at Fallon, backstage at Jay Hud show, backstage at Wendy Williams show, been on Wendy Williams show when she was on Today's show. And I know how it works. You have a producer who comes and talks to the talent, says, these are the things that we're going to hit. Is there anything in particular that you want to talk about? These are the stories we're thinking about bringing up. So everything that seems organic on television is not. And I think about the hats that I wear. I wear so many hats. I wear a producer hat. I wear a cameraman hat because I'm fixing angles of how everything looks. I am thinking about the edit before the edit goes on. I am the host. I am essentially the PA because I'm helping people get exactly what they need. I am so many different things. I am essentially every single part of a production company in one human being. And today, I started my day by just being like, let me be present, be in my body, really feel that I'm here to empower someone to tell a story. And it made me feel so good. I am here to help someone tell a story. The purpose is not to amplify who I am. The purpose is to amplify the story of the person that is sitting in front of me, that is giving me their time, their energy, and all of it. And it feels so good because the name of my podcast is called It Takes a Village for a reason. We talk about who is somebody who has been, this is one of the questions I ask at the end of every episode. Who is someone who has been part of your village that you'd like to share, personal or professional? It's a question that is framed in that way. And every time I feel I find so many interesting things. It's so interesting to see so many people say, thank you to this person, thank you to that person, thank you to this person. And it changes everything. People's lives are so positively influenced by you sharing them. And that is why I love it so much. I love that about my podcast. I love that people talk about who has shared, who are the people that have been impactful in your life. Such a beautiful sentiment. So today felt different. So a lot of times when I first started interviewing people, and I call them conversations, not interviews. When I first started doing this, I sat there and I would freak out about those questions. And today, because I had done so much preparation beforehand, I felt my mind starting to wander, and then I would bring it back. It also reminded me, really interesting, today's conversation felt like a meditation. And this is the first time I can ever say that. In meditation, when I sit, I'm going to give you I know I talk about meditation a lot, but it's because it's been so healing for me. In meditation, it's really about accepting the fact that whatever happens next is going to happen next, and it is okay. Whatever you're going to think about next, you don't have to solve right now because you are sitting here and you're being present. You are in the present moment. You're not in the future. You're not in the past. You're not in the past. You're not in the future, right? You are here. The only moment that we can influence in life is the moment that we are currently in. And so that is how I felt. I felt like my mind started to wander and I was like, nope, we're here. My mind started to wander again. I said, no, what she's saying is actually very interesting. And there are a couple moments in there where I do let my mind kind of ask a cool question that I was thinking in my head at the same time. But it's a beautiful experience as a human being to be fully present in something you love so much. It reminds me that we have everything we need. I listened to a sermon this morning by Stephen Furtick, and he said, what was the exact words? Do I have my phone next to me? You have everything you need for the season that you're in. And I was like, and I do. So I'm here to remind you, you have everything you need for the season that you're in. If you are interested in something, if it's calling you, if it's telling you that it's time to do it. I have been doing podcasting now. This is the 6th year that I have done podcasting, and I haven't done it every week for every year, but I have done it for 6 years. So I've grown so much. My voice has grown so much. My resonance has grown so much. My desire to connect has grown so much. I personally have grown so much. So much has changed that I have felt. And honestly, sometimes those breaks in between are what I really needed in order to get to that next level of change and acceptance. So I just want to say you have everything you need right now to start. I started on my laptop doing the recordings on Zoom. And now I'm in a studio in Los Angeles and I'm telling the camera guy, can you lower this camera right here? Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you do this? I'm thinking about the edit. All these things I had no idea how to do. And just slowly over time, it started to work in the way that it was meant to. And I just want to say thank you. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.